Hi,
Hey
everyone.
everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Lucy, and we run Sticker Guru, a stationery and stickers shop.
We created the Big Plans podcast to share the things we've learned over the past 6 years of running our own business.
And let's get started. So, right now we have a couple of updates. So, first update is Etsy just came out with an announcement saying that they're going to be raising their fees from 5% to 6.5%.
Yeah, so if you listen to the previous episode where we talked about the pros and cons of being on Etsy, we one of the cons was that the Etsy has really high
Mhm,
seller fees.
mhm.
And funny enough, they just increased it even more. So that is just a little update for that. Second update,
We are going to
going
be
to
a
be
Go
going
Wild.
go wild.
Yay!
So if you see us, come say hi. Let's take a photo. Yeah, I'm really excited. This is going to be our second
Yes,
Go
for camp.
Wild, and it's going to be in Anaheim, so
Yeah,
next to
right
Disneyland,
next to
which I'm
Disneyland.
really yeah, so excited for that.
Yeah, we're, like, pretty easy to spot. It's funny because I feel like people will come to up to us, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're the sisters from Sticker Guru," because
Mhm.
it's a little bit hard to miss us. We're, like, 2 tall Asian ladies who look the same.
The same, pretty
So,
much.
like, if you
Hard to miss. We're probably like always next to each other.
if
So
you think it's us, it probably is us, honestly, and we are very friendly, so come up and say hi.
yeah, we love to meet you guys and just chat.
Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of Go Wild, today we are talking about Planet conferences and conventions, and also that'll include our own experiences of attending as a sticker shop. So, both on the attendee side and the vendor side.
Yeah, I feel like both they're, like, very different from each other, so I'm
Mhm.
excited to go over the differences
Yes.
of our experiences of doing both. And we've also donated swag to conferences in the past, so we'll also be talking about whether or not we think it's worth doing. So, yeah, let's just jump into this episode.
Let's do it. Okay, so first off, being a vendor. I can give the first tip. So, thinking if you're planning to be a vendor, something that I've seen is that there's a huge difference in the sizes of conferences. Like, there's some that are like 100 people,
Mhm.
there's some that's like less than 100, it's like 50 people, and then there's some where it's like 1,000.
1,000,
1,000 people.
yeah.
So I think based on the size, you're gonna have a different experience being a vendor, and so you should plan accordingly.
Yes, definitely have an idea of the number of people attending so you know how much inventory to bring.
Yeah.
So usually when you're a vendor, you have a table, you little table set up, and a tip is to ask for a specific spot. We usually like being near an electric outlet just so that we can, charge our phones, laptops, things like that.
Yeah.
Just something to consider when you are picking a spot.
Yeah, if you can ask the organizers if you can pick a spot beforehand, because oftentimes I feel like you just get there and they tell you to just go to a random table. But I think it can be beneficial because some spots I feel like get more traffic than other spots based on how the
Oh,
room
yeah,
is laid out.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next thing to consider is table decorations as well as display cases. So, you want to make sure that you can display your stickers or stationery items, whatever you're selling,
Hmm.
and that people can actually see them. I feel like height really
Oh,
matters.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Because
you wanna make sure you have, like, stands,
mhm.
tiered stands, things like that, so even when someone's, like, standing far away, they can still see what you're selling.
Yeah, because also usually it's like you get one table, so that's like very precious real estate. But the trick is to
Mhm,
just get tall display cases or stands so that way you can really
mhm.
utilize the most out of your
Yes,
space.
all yeah, absolutely. You definitely wanna get the most out of your spot.
And something that I think is not necessary, but I personally like is table decorations. So, like, we have a banner that says Sticker Guru, which now that I think about it is
Mhm,
outdated. It's with our old logo. So, we would need to make a new one.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
so, like, things like that or, like, a tablecloth, little, like, knickknacks that are part that, like, match your brand.
mhm. Just little decorations to think about and consider bringing.
Yeah.
Next, we have inventory, so make sure you bring enough. I'd say it's better to bring more
Mm,
than too little. However, you do wanna consider, are you traveling to go vendor? Like, how far is the conference? Because if you are traveling from, out of state or wherever far away, you will have to consider shipping
yeah.
your inventory over, so that is also something to think about. We've personally never had to ship inventory, we've always just brought it by car, so yeah, something to think about.
Yeah, but, like, we had to drive from San Diego to the Bay Area for to vend at CenterCon, so we
Mhm.
stuffed our car full of inventory,
It was literally packed to the very
and
brim.
then we had to make so many
Um,
trips from the car to the table to
yes, to unload. It was definitely took a while,
oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I think we brought plenty, which is great, and we sold almost all of it, most of
Most of
it.
it, yeah.
So, yeah, so that was really fantastic.
Also, consider expenses, and I think we'll talk more about, like, do we think this is all worth it? But,
Mhm,
you should also consider expenses because it's not just the cost of vendoring. Usually, it really depends on the event, but some they require you to pay for vendoring and also purchase a ticket. For others, they'll include the
mhm,
ticket, so it really varies, but that can really add up. And then it's probably not just you, you probably have, like, a friend or a family member helping you, which I also
mhm.
recommend.
Oh, yeah, I think you should definitely have at least one person helping you vendor. We've always had, like, 2 people. It's either, like, us 2 or, like, our mom
Mhm.
came with me one time to vendor. So, always just having at least one person to help you out, because sometimes it does get really
It gets
crazy.
so crazy, and like, one time,
Yeah, like
Lisa was taking a break, and I was suddenly, like, people swarmed our table, there was just, like, so many
yeah,
people,
like, all of a sudden,
and I was like,
uh
"I I need some help."
she's like, "I need to call some backup." So, I was under the table, just, like, resting. And, like, we had, like, tablecloths, so you couldn't see me under the
Yeah,
table, and
like a
then
little
so
hangout.
she called me out and it was like, "Oh, okay, let me just crawl out from under the table," and no one
No
noticed,
one noticed,
so,
but
yeah.
that I would have been so overwhelmed if it was just myself.
Yeah, like, literally, like, the table was, like, packed with people, and there was, like, 10 plus people,
Yeah, yep.
so,
It's like, "I need a little bit of help."
yeah, I was
So other things you want to think about is like the display stuff. We that's definitely an investment. The
Mhm.
travel, the hotel.
Yes, all the make sure you add up all those costs and whatnot, so also for, like, tax
Oh
purposes.
yes, definitely. And then finally, doing things to get people to purchase because you've brought all this inventory. I think every shop's worst fear is that no one buys anything.
Yeah, is that they don't sell anything. So definitely have incentives ready. So I think we did like scratch off cards.
Hmm.
So they could like scratch off and there would be like 10%, 15%, just like tiered discounts.
Yeah.
You could also do like free gift for the first 20 people to purchase. A really good tip is that at the end, like the last day, last few hours of the conference, you should slash prices.
Yeah.
So I think this is really good just to get rid of any final inventory that you have. That way you don't have to, bring it all back with you. You don't have to ship it all back and, spend all that money
And plus, I feel like it's just a good way to
bringing it
get
home.
people like, by the end, people have probably already spent, they've, like, bought the things that they wanted to buy, but slashing prices, I feel
Mhm.
like, is, like, a really good incentive for them to be like, "Let me give you another look," and
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
people love a sale.
Of course.
Yes, okay, so I think that covers pretty much everything for being a vendor. A lot of things that you think
Yeah.
about until you actually become one. But next, we're gonna talk about being an attendee, which is honestly my favorite, and I wish I could just attend these things as an attendee always, because 'cause they're, like, a lot more fun.
I love vendoring, but it's definitely a lot of work. So being an attendee is absolutely like so fun. That's the most fun. And like you don't have to worry about anything and you just attend workshops, you meet people,
Mm.
you make friends. It's just honestly a great time. And like
Like, you're there to literally have fun.
you're literally there just to have fun, talk about your hobby, we are all planners, so it's just a great time as an attendee.
So we've gone to, like, a couple workshops that were for shops, and I think I've seen this question before where people are like, "Is it worth going to something where it's, like, either, like, a workshop for shops or, like, Go Wild has a summit, a shop summit," which we have not
Mhm.
attended, so I can't speak on that behalf, but we have gone to
Yeah,
other
we have
ones.
no yeah, we've gone to some that were more, like, shop specific,
Mhm.
or, like, it was, like, hosted by a shop
Yeah.
owner, and I feel like those workshops are it's just a little hard to, like, target the whole audience because
Mhm.
everyone's kinda on their own shop journey. There's, like, bigger shops, smaller shops, so it's really hard to give advice that works for everyone.
Yeah.
So those might not be the most helpful in my opinion.
But I do like them because it's fun to hear another shop's experience,
Yeah,
meet
absolutely.
other shop owners, so
It is
yeah.
yeah, I do appreciate hearing other shop owners' experiences of running a shop, maybe, like, problems they ran into and how they overcame them. I think it's definitely worthwhile to hear those
Mhm.
stories and experiences. So, yeah, definitely don't expect to learn,
Well,
all the ins and outs
yeah.
of running a sticker shop just from one workshop, but it's definitely nice to just hear.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Okay. So, something I just wanted to add on really quick. If you are, let's say you're attending an event, you're not a vendor, you didn't donate swag. I have had people, they're just attending as an attendee and they just pass out little samplers for their table mates,
Mhm,
or to, like, everyone that they meet along the way at the conference. I think that's still a great way if you are a smaller shop or you just didn't get
mhm.
to, like, sign up in time for these things, like, you can
Yeah.
still pass out samplers or whatever, like, it's a
Mhm.
great networking opportunity still.
Yeah, you don't have to vend, if you're a shop. You can totally still go as just an attendee and hand out your products that way.
Yeah. Also, I totally forgot about this, but talking about all of this reminded me, my feet hurt
Mhm.
so bad after the first day of vendoring. I don't know if you remember, but,
I don't remember.
like, my it was just
I mean, yeah,
standing
yeah,
all
that makes sense
day.
because 'cause you're standing all day, you're rarely sitting.
Like, I feel tired just
Yeah.
thinking about it.
No,
As a
like a whole day, like, you have to be there early to, like, set up.
to be there
And
late.
you also stay until the end, so that you can, watch over your items.
Yeah,
And then it's just like it's a whole day and you can't really leave unless there's, like, dedicated breaks,
yeah.
but
That's also another reason why you should have someone else there because then, like, if you
yeah.
need to go use the restroom, like, someone can watch your table.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got some questions. So first question is it worth the ticket price? What do you think?
Yeah, so I know for Go Wild, the ticket price was about 530, I wanna say?
Something like that.
Around, like, 550. So that's definitely, like, a significant amount of money
Mhm,
for a weekend event. So, yeah, absolutely understand why some people are, like, wondering, "Is it truly worth it?" And I think for Go Wild, yes, because you get a lot of swag. You're paying for an experience, so it's definitely what you make of it.
mhm,
I think if planning is your hobby and you really enjoy being part of the planner community, then it's a definite yes. I would say you should go. But if you're just not super big on being a part of the planner community, you kind of just do your planning on your own, then maybe not. But
yeah,
if you are curious about the planner community and you want to be a part of it, then highly recommend it.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me. I feel like at planner conventions, we never end up actually planning. Like, I remember bringing my planner the first time
Mhm.
and didn't
Yeah.
touch it at all. Like, there is no planning that actually happens.
Honestly, yeah, there is no actual planning because everyone's just like, busy having fun and making friends.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Is it worth donating swag to these conferences? That's a really good question.
So we donate swag. However, I would say if you're thinking about donating swag, to not spend too much time making the actual items.
Mhm,
We made this mistake our first year of donating a lot of swag. I want to say it was like over 1,000
yeah.
pieces. And I remember exactly what I donated. It was 2 deco sheets.
Mhm,
They were about like quarter sheet size deco sheets, and I, like, packaged them with my business card in some cello bags, and
That took so long.
wow, that took forever. It literally took a month
And I
of, like,
remember,
cutting stickers and
like, we
packaging it, and,
helped.
like, I had both my parents
Yeah.
helping me, and, like, I was also in my 1st year of college, so I was, like, in school, and it took literally forever, and I would never ever do that again, and I don't recommend doing that for anyone because that just was not time or cost effective. So if you are interested in donating swag, I recommend getting it manufactured,
Mhm.
especially
Absolutely.
if it's, like, hundreds, thousands of sheets of stickers. Yeah, definitely look into manufacturing because you will save so much time and money, I promise.
Yes, yes, it's a game changer. I think because, like, this is a marketing expense, so you can deduct it as and like that, but you have to also think about the time that you spent. Like, if the amount of time that you're spending going into this, is that value worth what you're getting back? Which leads me to our next
Mhm.
question. Do you find meetup/conference sponsorships to be effective? And my answer is
It depends.
it does depend.
I don't think we've ever really I mean, we've donated swag, but we've never I know at Go Wild, you can, like, sponsor a table, I believe,
Yeah.
and you, like, decorate it super nice and, like, you donate swag specifically to that table,
Or other
and it's like a yeah.
yeah, other conferences, we get approached to either vend or sponsor other conferences, and I look at their sponsor packets, and it gets expensive really quick to be a sponsor,
Mhm,
you know, like to have your logo on the bag, to sponsor like a breakfast or sponsor like the speakers.
mhm.
It's like thousands of dollars. And personally,
Yeah,
we're not at that point. Like, I think if we were someone big like Happy Planner or Erin Condren, maybe we'd have the marketing budget, but we just don't.
but as a small business, we definitely don't have that budget.
But at the same time, it's like, if you are doing a sponsorship, I wouldn't expect to make money. Like, it's not like a direct return on investment. It's more of like you're building awareness. So
Yeah,
just don't expect to make back the money that you've spent right away. I think it just like helps raise awareness about your brand and then eventually
yeah.
leads to sales.
Mhm. That's why I would much rather prefer donating swag so that, like, all the attendees, you're getting exposure from the attendees, so I feel like that's a little bit more effective, but still, don't expect them to, like, go running to purchase something from your shop. It's definitely gonna take time, but I think the exposure and just the awareness that you exist is worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so those are all of our questions. Reminder to everyone, we will be at Go Wild this week. So if you are there, and you see us, come
Yeah,
say hi.
come say hi.
Sweet spot. So yes, you can't miss us.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Sticker Guru.
Check out our shop website, stickerguru.com.
You can email us at hello@stickerguru.com.
And you can watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/stickerguru.
Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.